So this is going to be a reading for my Aquarius. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. We're going to be looking at April 14th through the 15th. So if you're new, make sure you subscribe so that you can join the tribe. If you're into daily horoscopes, follow me on Instagram at Mystical Crystal Tarot or on Twitter at Mystical Crystal, just like how it's spelled here on YouTube. And if at any point you do want a personal session with me, that information is always listed in the description. I'll try to include it in the comment section for anybody who doesn't know where the description is, okay? But let's go ahead and get into it. Aquarius for April 14th through the 15th, please. Aquarius. So overall energy is the Page of Pentacles. Current energy is the Fool. The challenge is the Queen of Cups. Advice is the Two of Swords. Love life is the Ten of Swords. Career is the World. And outcome is the Death card. Okay, interesting. So first card I want to discuss is the Page of Pentacles, representing the overall energy. Now, when we're talking about the Page of Pentacles, we're talking about security, we're talking about health, and we're also speaking on security, health, and wealth. There you go. I almost forgot what the third thing was. So with this Page of Pentacles being here, there's a focus on how you guys can have more security in your love life. If you guys may have more of a friends with benefits situation, you may be realizing that you may have been kind of tying up your time, wasting your time with someone who may not really have any real plans to get into a committed relationship. You may have kind of realized that as you kept dealing with this person, that feelings were starting to evolve, and this person's viewpoint in terms of what type of relationship they're looking for may have never pretty much changed since the beginning. This is you guys also trying to be more focused on your goals during this time frame, or dedicated. You guys also may be realizing that you may be slightly inexperienced in terms of business, some of you, and this is you realizing that you need to have enough drive and determination to kind of be able to make it in whatever business you're trying to build here. Some of you guys may be also like daydreaming during this time frame of things that you want to be successful at, or like be doing at this moment, but there's a need for you to start taking like real concrete steps. Sorry for hitting you guys. There's a need for you to take concrete steps to actually get somewhere, and that's something that you guys are starting to realize. Now also there's going to be a look at your relationship as well, possibly to an earth sign, really doesn't have to be, but to another person, where you may be expecting more up out of them in terms of like growth and, you know, being somewhere within their own career. And you may be looking at whether or not you can really be of support of them, especially if they don't really seem like they're making enough effort. Now, the next card we have is the Fool card. Is the energy of Aries. But this is basically you guys trying to consider taking a leap of faith in terms of a new business venture, new relationship, new job, new city. It's going to be different for each and every one of you. Leap of faith in terms of getting back with someone. Again, like I said, it's different. Some of you also may be wanting to try like a new approach, or be spontaneous with something. Some of you guys also may be kind of looking at some of your decisions up until this point and kind of beating yourself down a little bit. So be careful of that. Okay. Now, another thing that I see here with the Queen of Cups being in the challenge position, the challenge may be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio during this time frame, or being in tune with your own personal emotions. Like some of you may be really, what's the word? You could be someone who, whenever like your feelings are impacted in any sort of way, you can be a softie, but you could be like wanting to shut that off because you feel like people keep trying to take advantage of that. Some of you also may have a really hard time trusting your intuition or your feelings in terms of creative endeavors. Some of you also don't believe that you'll create wealth from like your creativity or things that you're good at, because you don't necessarily know like where to start or where to find the opportunities. But the advice here with the Two of Swords is definitely a need for you to make sure you're not making no decision in spite of you not knowing what decision to make. So a decision is better than no decision, basically, is what I'm trying to say here. Some of you have been kind of putting off working on certain things or taking action on certain things because you're in this weird space of not knowing which way to look at things. Some of you also need to make sure that you're not raising your defenses and shutting yourself off from the truth and how you can get out of a difficult situation or a difficult mindset, a way of thinking. Some of you also have shut off your emotions as like a defense mechanism. And you need to also be careful of that, because all that does is create a situation where you're bearing all your feelings internally, and it just creates an atmosphere for a breakdown, an emotional breakdown, if you be honest. Now, when it comes to your love life, we do have the Ten of Swords. So this is, first, let me say this, everything's going to be fine. Just because you guys may be, going through a bit of a struggle doesn't mean that this is the energy you're going to stay in necessarily, okay? And you guys are experiencing movement in your love life. And yes, this does slightly hurt, but understand that the pain aspect will end and you'll come out stronger if you are going through any sort of breakup or disappointment in terms of your partner, or, betrayal that your person may have put you through. But yeah, this is the energy of you guys either ending a relationship because you're tired of just constantly being betrayed, or some of you, a betrayal will come to a head here, okay? Now, with the World card being here, for your career, this is you guys wanting to either go into another career path. Some of you may be experiencing actual success in your career, which is beautiful. This is a card that usually comes up when like your hard work is paid off, or like you've gone through enough obstacles and you've overcome them. And yes, it's been very challenging in terms of figuring out your career and what to do, but you definitely have overcome a lot of things. So this is either you starting a new career journey or you overcoming any sort of obstacles you may have been experiencing in your career. Now, the last card with the Death card being here as outcome, this is changes that you guys are experiencing. These are changes that you're experiencing and also changes that you're making. So internal and external changes that are happening. And a lot of them have to do with personal development. So whenever we speak of changes, whenever I speak of changes, this is more of viewpoint, taking a different plan of action, things like that. There also may be a Scorpio of significance here, but this is what I see. I hope that you did take something from this video. If you did, thumbs the video up and subscribe. Feel free to check out the description if you want a personal, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.